Burkage sends it deep, and it's fair caught inside the 5. So that 56, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks against Texas Tech. And he's throwing on first down. Here's Hall, and he's gobbled up quickly and taken down Pat Fields. First man to him offensively. Here's a look at the Cyclone.
One of the reasons they were ranked so highly in the preseason was everybody was back on this offense. Now, Jared Hufford has inserted himself into the lineup there at left tackle, but here's these skill position players. Folks, we got Charlie Kohler, Breece Hall, and Xavier Hutchinson. Those are the 3 guys to keep your eye on.
Loss of 3 on first down, 2nd and 13 from the 22. Breece Hall is the single setback. Purdy hands it off to Hall. He slashes forward and gets close to the 30-yard line. Woody Washington with the tackle, a 5-yard gain defensively for OU.
You know, OU for about 3 quarters last week played really well against Baylor, and then it just all fell apart. They gave up 200 yards rushing in that second half. Deshaun White, the linebacker, had the flu last week. He's back into the lineup with Brian Asamoah, who's playing great. They're short on the back end. I'm talking about height, right? Gus, Charlie Kohler, the tight end, he's 6'6". Iowa State has the mismatch, in particular on downs like this.
3rd down and 7 at the 28. Here's Purdy. Steps up in the pocket with time. Now tucks it, wants to get down the sideline, close to the first down. I don't know. A flag on the play as well. He's taken down by Brian Asamoah, who's just having a wonderful season for Oklahoma.
He was all over the field last week against Baylor. That flag came in because Asamoah, when he first grabbed Purdy, got him right back there on that collar and started to drag him down. They're going to discuss it, but that's why the flag came out initially.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, defense number 24, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Had one of those last week against Gary Bohannon from Baylor. There's the hand on that collar on the back. Asamoah, like you said, Gus, he has been flying around. He's playing great football. And they're just reaching, trying to get Purdy down before the line to gain, and grabs him by that collar, drags him down, and now Iowa State's in business here near midfield.
First down and 10 at the 48. Purdy, play fake, short roll, dumps it down, has his receiver. This time it's Knoll. And Jalen Knoll, the freshman from Kansas City, stopped by Woody Washington, but he'll gain 11 yards and pick up a first down.
A lot of misdirection is what Oklahoma struggled with last week against Baylor. That zone read, the quarterback keeping it on that backside. That's a similar style of play. Even though it's a pass, you brought Knoll all the way across from the backside of the formation, and in man-to-man defense, that's very difficult for the DB to keep up.
First down and 10 at the 41. Quick strike this time. Knoll again with a burst, and he'll get out of bounds. Woody Washington ushers him out of bounds, but it's a 12-yard gain right now. This Iowa State team rolling sevens.
Great rhythm. There's Alex Grinch, the defensive coordinator, trying to figure out how he wants to attack this Iowa State offense. One of the hard parts is, Gus, they use so many different formations, and it's tough to get a beat on what they're doing, in particular with these tight ends. Right now, you got these tight ends up at the top of the screen. There's Kohler in the slot.
First down at the Oklahoma 29, opening series for Iowa State. Short pass, and out of the 20-yard line goes Xavier Hutchinson.
Great rhythm they're establishing here on this series. After getting that penalty, they get the first down, and then they just got into a little bit of tempo. They're spreading Oklahoma out, and Brock Purdy, this is a guy that's always been a high percentage passer. He's played so much football, he knows where to go with the ball before he has that ball in his hands. He's a smart player, and you're seeing that play out right here with these quick completions on the outside.
He's 4 for 4 to start this game. First team all Big 12 and Fiesta Bowl MVP in 2020. Purdy, and he'll hand it off to Hall with running room and a first down. Samoa there defensively for the Sooners. Brees Hall against Texas Tech last week, 18 carries, 51 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also caught it 3 times for 25 yards and a touchdown. He's a machine. 16 touchdowns rushing on the season, 2 receiving. First down and 10 at the 18. Purdy hits it fly, back shoulder, incomplete. Daniel Jackson slipping on the play. Pat DJ Graham in coverage.
What I think makes Brees so valuable, though, Gus, he's a great runner. We can see that, and we can talk more about it, obviously, as the game goes on. But it's his value in the passing game. He's such a good receiver out of the backfield. And that's one of the reasons why I think he's going to have so much value, potentially in the first round in the NFL draft upcoming.
Brees Hall from Wichita, Kansas. Second down and 10. At the Oklahoma 18. Purdy pulls it out. In trouble, and he's sacked. Wonderful job, Isaiah Thomas. A loss of 8.
Thomas just beats him right off the line of scrimmage. Here he is lined up at defensive tackle, and you're going to see him make a little bit of a step. And he's just right up the field, and Purdy's got no chance. Isaiah Thomas has been in the backfield all year long. That's his 7th sack of the year. Now he's got 10.5 tackles for loss. This is a game wrecker. Mike Campbell knows he's got to get that front blocked, in particular on a big passing down like this.
Third down and 18 at the 26. This drive started at the 25-yard line. Here's Purdy. Lines up. State, no! Stripped out of his hand. Scales can't hold on.
That was a beautiful throw to Scales. This is thrown in the exact right spot, but watch DJ Graham. Scales goes and gets it, and then he just rips at the football as they're going down and pulls it out of his hands as he's trying to get across the end zone. What a great play. Heads up from Graham, going after the ball after really good execution from the quarterback and Scales initially.
So Andrew Mevis comes in to attempt a 43-yard field goal for Iowa State.
I think they're going to take another look at this, Gus, just based on that element of time. It's a catch. Then you have to determine whether he broke the plane. If they determine it's a catch, then they could say this would be potentially a fumble through the end zone, which would give the ball to Oklahoma. So there's a lot going on here. If he says it's a catch, then it becomes all about the plane of the goal line. And I think that's why it's taking so long. I think this is either going to be Oklahoma ball or a touchdown.
Brandon Cruz is your referee today.
And by that look, because, again, it's
There are multiple aspects of the play to review. It is a catch. Then the receiver fumbled the ball by it being ripped out of his control. The loose ball touched the Oklahoma player who was out of bounds, and the ball at that point was at the half-yard line. By rule, the ball is returned to the spot of the fumble. It's first and goal for Iowa State.
Wow, that's interesting.
Holy cow.
First and goal, Iowa State. Thank you, Mike.
Touched the play.
Holy cow.
What a review. Now the Cyclones will line up inside the 1-yard line with one of the best running backs in America.
And let me just state before this play, I think that's a poor call to give him a catch in the first place, and then obviously the sequence of events giving them this first down. This is a massive break for Iowa State, and they've got to capitalize here and punch it into the end zone. Making that a catch, I think, was the first mistake. And then it just creates a sequence, a domino effect that then leads to the ball being touched by Graham while he's out of bounds before it's in the end zone. And now first and goal for Iowa State. Wow. I mean, that is wild.
So first and goal, 11th play of the drive for the Cyclones at the Oklahoma 1. Here's Brees Hall. Touchdown, Iowa State. This comes in to attempt the extra point. And is good. We just saw history, folks.
What a career he's had. Gosh, he's been so good.
This ball sent into the end zone. Let's stood for over 50 years. And on first down, Kennedy Brooks now. Here's the big deal with OU. Caleb Williams Didn't have his best day last week against the Baylor Bears. But the question is, will Lincoln Riley commit to the running game?
Well, they were not running it well on first down last week. It didn't allow them to establish rhythm in the passing game. I think that's one of the reasons why he struggled, along with the fact that he got that hand stepped on, threw a couple of picks, never felt like himself. I can't wait to see how he bounces back here today.
2nd and 9 at the 26, opening series for Oklahoma. And Williams skipping through the hole, burst down the sideline. Does he have the speed to get there? Brees Hall, Caleb Williams, touchdown, 74 yards. Wow, what a burst.
What a run from Williams. Watch the athleticism, but first it's set up by the fact that off of this play fake, he pumps over to the left right there. That gets the defense's eyes going over to their right. Now he's got a bigger hole to run through, and then he's got the patience. Kennedy Brooks with a nice block down the field, and then Williams is gone. This guy is a home run threat, and he does it again.
That's a way to accentuate the running game as the quarterback goes 74 yards for a touchdown, extra point. Gabe Burkich, it's good. Caleb Williams showing that speed, and Oklahoma levels the game. 7-up. Tied up here in the first. Gabe Burkich ready to kick it away. Jalen Knoll is back deep, and this went out of the end zone. First down from the 25 for the Cyclones. And here's a reverse. Hutchinson breaks a tackle, gets to the sideline, still on the move, and he'll pick up a first down. What a run. DJ Graham finally bringing him down, but he'll pick up 11 and a first.
And Isaiah Thomas had the shot at him in the backfield. Could have been a huge play for the defense, but credit Hutchinson, his ability to elude Thomas and then pick up positive yards and ultimately the first down.
First down from the 36. Purdy underneath. Looks like he has one of his big tight ends. Charlie Kohler.
Kohler is so good. He's one of the best tight ends in America. Most receptions and touchdowns by a tight end in Iowa State history. He's got now 34 consecutive games with a catch.
Tied his career high with 8 catches last week against Texas Tech.
And OU doesn't really have an answer for him because of his height. Now, granted, not a lot of people do, but OU is particularly, they've got a lot of short guys in their secondary, so Kohler is going to have a mismatch most of the day.
6-yard gain, 2nd and 4 at the 41. Here's the option. They pitch it. Hall gets upfield. Hall dives forward. We'll get close to the 40. Nick Bonito with the tackle, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Flag that was down on the back side of that run. Get the call.
Personal foul, illegal block below the waist, offense number 54, low block from the side, 15 yards from the spot of the foul. It's 2nd down.
Here's the ump cam. There's 54 down the field, and he chops down Asamoah, number 24. And you see the flag come out. That's Hufford, Jared Hufford. Hufford replaced Sean Foster. Foster was the starter last year, started 12 games. Hufford has come in as a sophomore from Newark, Ohio. 6'5", 310 pounds, and now has played in his 6th start today over at left tackle.
2nd down and 12 at the 33. Purdy pulls it down. Purdy in trouble, dancing. And he throws it out of bounds.
Good coverage down the field. Purdy had some time initially trying to get the ball over across the middle. Those defensive backs, terrific coverage, and then allowed the rush to show up. This is one of those scenarios. Last time they faced a 3rd and long, they immediately went to that back shoulder throw. They tried to attack the one-on-one on the outside. Remember, OU likes to run a lot of man coverage to see if they go back to one of those one-on-ones on the outside here.
3rd down and 12 at the 33. Brock in the backfield for Iowa State. Purdy sprints out, sets, fires, and caught. Looks like first down yardage for Joe Scales.
Scales runs a great route on that outside. He goes and just presses the defensive back off, and Purdy just waits for him to drop out of his route, and he's able to come back on DJ Graham. He's wide open after he got enough yardage for the chains. He knows exactly where the chains are at. He gets the catch right there at the line to gain, and it's a first down, Cyclones.
Pardon me, Joe Skates with the reception. 1st and 10 at the 46. And the pitch back. Here's a flea flicker. Purdy off his back foot. Whoa, he threw that one up in the air. And Xavier Hutchinson comes down with it. Dangerous throw, but there is a flag. 24-yard gain if it stands.
It looked like Graham was in great position.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense number 54. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's Hufford again. He's the left tackle. Remember, there's a 3-yard buffer. Here's 54 over there on that left side. Watch as he fires out, and is he downfield? Oh, yeah, he's blocking all the way down there by the 50-yard line. He's past 3. Now he's even going further down before Purdy throws the ball. That's a hard call to make. I know people are like, how does that always get missed? And it does a lot. It's a hard call to make from the side, from the head linesman over there, but he's able to see Hufford, and he gets the flag out. But what a catch that was.
That was a wonderful catch by Xavier Hutchinson. First down and 15 at the 41. Purdy in trouble. Purdy turns and just gets out of bounds at the line of scrimmage.
He is, how do I put this nicely? Awkwardly elusive. I mean, you wouldn't say that he's a great runner, but you look up and almost every single game that I watch on film, Purdy's running for 2-3 first downs on broken plays. Sometimes they give it to him in that zone read game with Breece Hall. If the defense is too fast in terms of their pursuit of the great running back, Purdy does a great job with his legs when he needs to, of picking up positive yardage.
First down, make that 2nd down and 12 at the 44. Purdy near side. Is caught. Noel will get close to the 50-yard line before being ridden down.
Well, these 3rd downs, it's been all about the matchups on the outside. Skates, who's a junior, he's 6'2", 200. Xavier Hutchinson, he's 6'3", 210. They've got the height advantage on these corners. You've got Key Lawrence, number 12 for OU, as well as Woody Washington, number 0 at the top of the screen. In Iowa State, they've got the height advantage out there.
Jarrell Brock goes in motion out of the backfield. 3rd and 8 at the 48. Purdy throws underneath, and it's caught by Hutchinson. But Turner Yell with a sensational open field tackle to bring him down.
When you're a veteran player, you have to understand what your leverage is. He understands he's way back, so he's not going to take a step back. He's not going to backpedal at all. He knows where the chains are at, and as soon as he sees the short route from Hutchinson, Turner Yell is able to drive on that route and get him down before the line to gain. Excellent defensive play from the senior from Hempstead, Texas.
So Iowa State will punt it away. Dunn standing at his own 39. Gray is the deep man for OU. And he has it at the 12. 7-7. A little over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's a run. Williams trying to get around the corner. Mario Williams goes down at the 20. Gary Vaughn with the tackle. So far, Iowa State, they've run 19 plays. OU, 3.
Well, one of those for OU was pretty spectacular.
I know. Pretty good.
Williams took off for that 74-yard run. And you just get the sense his whole life, whether it was winning the job in high school as a freshman starter at Gonzaga Prep, he's just always answered the bell.
Williams will throw it all day. Look at him. 5 Mississippi. 6 Mississippi. Finally lets it go to the sideline.
Did Hazelwood come down with that?
They're discussing it right now. Incomplete.
Rolling on the field was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, see, his right foot's already out of bounds, so even if he comes up with that, he's already out. Arguably, he didn't even catch it before that ball touched the ground anyways after the discussion. And it'll bring up a 3rd down here for OU.
Jaden Hazelwood, Richard sophomore. 3rd down, 3 at the 20. Kennedy Brooks in the backfield. Williams cuts it back, and Williams goes down. Mike Rose, not on my side.
Last year's Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. Watch Mike Rose. And this is just really poor blocking from the Oklahoma side. He passes 2 different linemen who are pulling out there. Should have been responsible for anything to their inside. They completely miss him. He gets under those blocks, and he's able to get to Caleb Williams and get a nice stop on 3rd down. Mike has dealt with some stinger issues. He missed the West Virginia game, but this guy is a tackling machine as a senior for this defense.
Michael Turk punts it from inside his own 5-yard line. Knoll is the deep end at the 30. He'll backpedal. Fielding it at the 19. Knoll up the sideline. That'll go out of bounds as he crosses the 35. A 62-yard punt. Hall goes nowhere. He'll be tackled for a loss. Oklahoma right on the play. Deshaun White. And that's a loss of 2.
And there's some familiarity, obviously, stopping Breece Hall because of all of those matchups they've had. Above and Beyond, sponsored by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above. This is what Breece has done against Oklahoma in some of those meetings. 2019, both of them last year. And last year in the Big 12 championship game, this defense did an excellent job against Breece. 23 carries, only 79 yards, even though he did get in the end zone a couple of times.
Hall with 19 100-yard games in his career. Purdy. Deep drop. Purdy just fires it to the sideline and out of play.
They are winning in the secondary right now. There's nowhere for Purdy to go with the ball. All of this pressure is coming because the coverage has been so good in the back end. Key Lawrence out there, number 12. DJ Graham, Justin Broyles, Galarian Turner-Yell. They are doing their job. Woody Washington, they felt like getting Woody Washington back and healthy in this lineup was going to make them much better defending the pass. And so far today, it's looked like that's come to fruition.
3rd down and 12 at the 36-yard line. Purdy sprints out. Looking. Stops. In trouble, and he gets decked at the 30-yard line. Wow! What a hit! And that's Perrion Winfrey lowering the boom.
Young football players, there is nothing good that happens back in the middle of the field. You never go back to the middle of the field as a runner. You've always got to stay in that alley. Hash, numbers, sideline. He goes back to the middle, and Winfrey is smoking in the interior. 6'4", 292. Bam! Right in the face of Brock Purdy. No protection of a defenseless player, so all you could do from a targeting perspective would be get Winfrey with the crown of the helmet, which he did not contact the quarterback with. He goes with the shoulder. Remember, forcible contact to the head or neck area will not apply here because Brock Purdy is not a defenseless player. So unless Winfrey would have led with the crown and speared him, although that's not necessarily a term anymore, this is not a targeting. That's why he touched the top of his head right there. You kind of see Brandon Cruz, the white hat. This is only a targeting if he hits him with the crown of his helmet. Watch him go with his helmet to the side, and the shoulder contacts the face mask of Brock Purdy.
Textbook hit. What a hit.
I'm telling you, Folks, if you carry the football, never go back to the inside of the field. That guy's waiting for you.
Mike Pereira joins us. Mike, quickly, your thoughts.
Back, go.
All right, Iowa State sends it away. And this one takes a big bounce. And goes out of bounds at the 20. Mike, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
What were your
Big
thoughts?
hit. Perfectly legal hit. And, you know, when you're talking about a runner, Joel said it perfectly. You had the crown of the helmet. It's got to be crown of the helmet. It was shoulder all the way. I think they wanted to challenge this, but this is not a play that can be challenged. To try to put targeting on, that's not a play that's reviewable, or at least you can't challenge it, and so that's why they did not go and review the play, but it was a perfectly legal hit.
Thank you, Mike. So Purdy gets on the phone, talking to his coaches upstairs.
You know what the other guy on the other end of the line said? Don't run back inside. Nothing good happens in there. He's like, I know. That was a poor judgment.
Trying to make a play. First down and 10. Williams throwing it over the middle and incomplete. Austin Stogner, the target.
Felt like Stogner kind of, what I would consider like throttled down. He didn't run through that area. Williams thought he had green grass in front of him. Stogner kind of stopped and hesitated, and the miscommunication resulted in an incompletion.
Second down and 10. Williams rolling out on the move. Nice throw. Great catch. And a first down for Oklahoma. Michael Woods, the senior from Magnolia, Texas, with a 16-yard gain.
I'm interested on this series how much they get back to that run game, try to reestablish themselves. Remember, total plays in this game has weighed heavily for Iowa State, 22 to now just 7 for Oklahoma. Let's see if Lincoln Riley tries to get back to the run, try to establish a little presence here on offense.
First down and 10, they'll throw it on first down, and incomplete. That one off the hands of Michael Woods. They've taken his eyes off of it.
You know, when we talked with Lincoln Riley this week, admittedly, he said, I got away from the run game too quickly last week against Baylor. And this is a defense in Iowa State that they're going to give you what I would consider a light run defense. They generally don't have what you would say is a stacked box where they've got more guys than you can block. This is a great look. You've got 5 offensive linemen right here, and you've only got 5 defensive players in the run box. Now, number 1 is going to come up. That's Aisheem Young. But this is a look that you should be able to run the ball against, in particular on that left side.
On second down, and they'll run it with room. It'll take us to the end of the quarter. 8-yard pickup on second and 10. Coming up the second quarter from Norman right after this.
We're 7's up here in Norman.
Caleb Williams facing a third down and 2 at the 46. And they'll hand it off and pick up the first down. Kennedy Brooks. Young with the tackle. Kennedy Brooks, 13 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown last week against Baylor. He came into this game with 853 yards rushing. Looking for another 1,000-yard season. First and 10 at midfield. Williams pulls it out, looks, delivers, and incomplete. No flags on the play. Marvin Mims, the target.
King was in coverage, number 19. He's the one slow to get up here. He's been playing with a broken hand. He broke it early in the year. On that left hand, you see a cast. And there's Mims going down the field. Clearly some contact before that ball arrived as the ball hits King in the back.
Looks like he came down hard on that left hand, though, Joel. I don't understand sometimes how these kids do it. They're so tough playing with a broken hand. We've seen that a couple of times this year from players. broken players with casts on their hand because their bones are broken.
It's a tough game. It's a physical game.
It's a beautiful game.
I think the thing that I love most about football is that it has all those elements of just grit and toughness and physicality, and yet from a schematic standpoint, it's a mentally beautiful game. The chess battle that goes on is so much fun to watch as well.
Caleb Williams scrambling. Williams throws on the move. Incomplete.
You know, this sequence is it's so reminiscent of last week. They get a first down, they have a couple of nice runs, and then he wants to throw the ball on first down immediately. And now they throw it on second, and now you're in third and long. That's right where Matt Campbell wants you to be, because he's got a couple of pass rushers out there that can get after a guy like Caleb Williams. And Lincoln Riley knows that. You got to watch out for Will McDonald here, number 9. This guy has most sacks in college football over the last couple of years here in the Big 12. He's an excellent pass rusher.
McDonald with 10 sacks this season. 3rd down and 10 at midfield. Caleb Williams checks it down to his man out of the backfield. That's Gray. And Gray doesn't go very far. Great pursuit. Rose, the tackling machine, as you said, brings him down.
Man, he's flying all over the field. Mike Rose looks a little healthier than he's been over the last couple of weeks, and OU is going to stall out right here. Didn't get to that run game on that last sequence of downs, and they'll have to punt it away.
Number 37, Michael Turk is in punt formation for Oklahoma.
So Michael Turk comes on. He'll punt it away from the 36. Jalen Noel, the deep man, at his own 10. Turk pops this one in the air. Noel lets it go over his head, and Kennedy Brooks, the 2 lead running backs in this game. And that ball, the snap, off the mark, and Iowa State jumps on it. Purdy.
They're trying to time up the motion. See the motion man right here? Here's the motion man trying to go across, and he just gets the snap. Colin Newell, the center, just snapped it right into the motion man. Purdy was trying to time that up from shotgun, and they averted disaster there. That would have been a first down Oklahoma if they could have jumped on that right there at the 10-yard line.
2nd down and 10. Empty backfield for Brock Purdy. Purdy, quick throw this time, and it's caught by his tight end, Kohler. Kohler gets up, keeps moving. He felt like he wasn't down. Turner Yell, first man to him, and that's a 13-yard gain.
Well, watch as Turner Yell goes, and he goes low because he's 6'6". The question is any other part of his leg down? Absolutely is his. Shin and knee down. This needs to get brought back to that point. I mean, smart move from Kohler. Put the onus on the official. Get up. He takes off down the field, but that was a tackle, and he will be down. It will not be a first down for Iowa State here. That should come back.
Ruling on the field that the runner was not down and allowed to advance is under review.
It should be pretty quick because that was a very clear look. There are guys there. There's the freeze right there, clearly down. Good tackle. Now they'll just have to get the clock right, the yardage right, and where the sticks were, because they had already called it a first down and moved the sticks. So the only timing of this will just be the structure of what they need to go put back on the clock, where the chains need to go back to. It's the mechanics of what's going to go on, so it'll take a little more time than we would like, Gus. They know right now he's down. And then they'll be like, okay, where were the chains? What was the clock? What was the... You know, then they got to set it all back up.
They got a lot of business to take.
That's right. That's right.
But when you look at this...
3rd and 6 from the 14.
You know, we've been covering Oklahoma football for the last 11 years. And I have to say, although they didn't have their best game last week against Baylor, I feel like the defense is really improving over the last couple of years here at Oklahoma.
Well, certainly late last year, they were so good, and they were great on third down last year, one of the best in the country for Alex Grinch. They have struggled on third down this year. Part of the problem is that they have not presented a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and particularly in the last few games, and it's forced the defensive backs to have to cover too long. We'll see if they can get home here. Isaiah Thomas already with a sack today. We'll see if he can get in the backfield.
3rd down and 6 at the 14. And here's Purdy underneath. Doesn't have enough for the first down. Xavier Hutchinson caught that ball in heavy traffic, and Oklahoma with the chance to get off the field.
I love this here. Watch David Ugwoegbu. He's going to go back, but watch his eyes. Ugwoegbu knows where he's looking up. See his eyes go right out to the outside. He understands that he's sitting at the chains. He's going to look for that slant pass that's coming right to him, and then he's there to stop Hutchinson before he can dive for the first down. And look at this. Purdy and the offense will stay on the field here. 4th and short. They need about a half a yard. The Cyclones will go for it deep in their own territory.
Let's see if they try to draw Oklahoma offside with a hard count. 4th down and 1. And now a timeout has been called by Iowa State.
He's had a great career here.
4th down and 1. They go for it, and it's Breece Hall lunging forward, and he has it. And I know the analytics guys always say that, well, 4th and 1, you should probably go for it. But if I'm a fan, Joel, I'm terrified.
Oh, man.
When you're on your own 20-yard line and you're going for it on 4th down in the first half.
I don't love the decision. You know, obviously it worked out there. You give it to Breece Hall. Look at that wry smile from Matt Campbell. Now it goes away. It's like he enjoyed it for one moment, and then he was like, okay, I kind of danced with fire right there. But it's all right. First down, Cyclones.
1st down and 10 of the 21. And Purdy is sacked. Isaiah Thomas. A loss of 6.
Oklahoma does such a great job of stunting and pressuring, blitzing into movement and tendencies. Watch, you're going to have 3 Oklahoma players on this side. There you get a little movement from the defensive line, and then they send a couple of linebackers right there. Thomas stays upfield, and he's right there for Purdy. They blitz tendencies better than anybody in college football. Alex Grinch does a heck of a job understanding what formations and tendencies you have as an offense.
3rd sack for Oklahoma, the 5th tackle for a loss in this game. Purdy in trouble again. Incomplete. Asamoah broke it up. But Brock Purdy had a bunch of red shirts chasing him in the backfield.
There's a flag down on this play. Asamoah was the one in coverage. They're taking a long discussion here.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 8 for taunting. It's his first of the game, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's Perrion Winfrey.
So watch as Winfrey, he picks up the ball. What does he do with it here? He threw it back at Breece Hall, and that's where the flag comes out. If he just drops it, obviously the flag doesn't come out, but he throws it right back at the opponent and gives Iowa State a first down. And then you get called into the principal's office over there on the sideline. You got to go talk with the head man.
I don't know, Joel. I see that as a big deal, but maybe I'm wrong. Here's Hall picking his way forward.
Listen, if he just kind of tosses it, you know, or even kind of slams it down, I would agree with you. But the fact that he tossed it right back at Breece Hall, and it's getting pretty chippy here. This officiating crew is going to have to calm this down, because we've seen now 3, 4, maybe even 5 different plays where you've seen some chippiness here after the play, and so they're trying to curtail that. And the fact that he threw it right back at Breece Hall, I think, is why the flag came out, and I agree with that. You can't throw it right back at an opponent. You see here, look at Brandon Cruz, the white hat. He's calling the captains in right now. So he's calling Brock Purdy, and there's Asamoah and Pat Fields. He's like, get your guys together and calm them down. This is why you're captains. This is why you wear C's on your chest. Get with your defense. Get with your offense. Calm them down. Let's play football. Stop the chippiness. This was the last play right there. See Kohler and Galarian Turner yell. Hufford was in there shoving. A lot going on after the whistle.
2nd down and 4 from the 36. Brees Hall, the single setback. Hall looking for a hole, and he will go down quickly. Royals defensively for OU. I love the aggression from this Oklahoma defense today. They know they're taking on a terrific offense with Purdy and Brees Hall leading the way.
It's certainly a productive offense, and they are trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from a week ago when they did not play well in the second half. Here is a big 3rd down here for Oklahoma and Iowa State. Remember, Iowa State, they've got that tight end. What a great option he would be on a short yardage 3rd down option. He's 6'6".
3rd down and 3 at the 37. Cyclones go empty. Purdy reverses. Purdy lost it, and it bounced right back to him. Flag on the play. What a lucky bounce for Brock Purdy. But Oklahoma brought pressure. Brian Asamoah looks like he knocked it out of his hands.
We're going to get a hold on Iowa State as well.
Holding on the field is a fumble recovered by the offense. There was holding on the offense. This penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
Well, they dialed up the pressure here. There's Asamoah, and he's just going to come straight up the middle of the field. That is a missed assignment by someone up front. Pressure right in the face of Purdy, who's so lucky that ball bounced right back to him. They got 57 Colin Newell on the hold, and Iowa State will have to punt it away. That pressure has been pretty consistent from OU this entire day. Purdy has had to leave the pocket now several times.
Brian Asamoah with 10 tackles against Baylor last week. Gray, the deep man. And he muffed it, but he picked it up. And Oak 10 rankings. FoxSports.com, the Fox Sports app, and CFB on Fox social platforms. Joel, I had a chance to watch some of your shows this past week. You had on Coach Gundy, right?
Yes. One
of the top coaches in America. LSU, he's in Stillwater. 1st and 10 at the 26. Underneath, and a reception made by Hazelwood. Hazelwood picks up 14. First and 10 at the 40-yard line. And they'll run it with Brooks. Brooks advancing. Mike Rose again defensively for Iowa State after a 6-yard gain.
That's a key play. Lincoln Riley's got to be patient enough to run it on 1st down or get those easy completions on 1st down rather than trying to take shots.
2nd down and 4. Brooks again picks up the 1st down, striding now. And he'll go down at the 30 now. Oklahoma starting to run it a little bit. 22-yard gain. Craig McDonald with the tackle.
Lincoln Riley is still trying to figure out what this offense is going to be under Caleb Williams. Remember, this is a guy that doesn't just run his system regardless of who his quarterback is. It's always going to morph and evolve into what his quarterback does best. And I think what he's starting to learn is that run game early in the down sequence is what puts this team and this offense in rhythm.
1st and 10 at the 31. And Williams looking, surveying, taking his time all day. Nobody open. Very good coverage by that Iowa State defense.
So Iowa State runs this very unique style of defense, Gus. It's called a 3-3-5. 3 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. And of those 5 defensive backs, 3 of them are safeties. It's tough to get shots down the field because of all the eyes in the backfield, 3 safeties on the field. It's tough to get those free runners down the field, which makes you be patient as a play caller. I think that's one of the biggest attributes that this Iowa Iowa State team has is that they force the offensive play caller to be more patient than he normally is.
Second down and 11, and here's Brooks getting downhill. Brooks pounding. 3-3-5. Is it easier to run the ball against this defense?
It is, because there's only a few guys in the run box. When you see the snap happen, there's only 4 or 5 guys in front of your offensive line. That's a light run box. You can block them all.
And Brooks again following his blocks. He'll get inside the 10. What do offensive linemen like to do? Do they like to run block, or do they like to pass block?
Whatever gets the ball down the field, I would say. No, I mean, establishing a rhythm in the run game is what really gets them going. And that's certainly what they've done here on this series.
Second down and 6. Williams sprinting out of the pocket. Williams wants to run it himself, and he'll get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
The reason I say that Iowa State forces you to be patient is that they're going to give you those runs with what I said, again, the light run box, meaning they don't have enough defenders right in front of the offensive line to stop the run. But the difference is they don't give up big runs. Okay, so it's going to be 4 and 5 yards. You've got to be patient enough to take the small gains as a play caller. And for guys like Lincoln Riley, who love big plays, love to put points on the board, that can be difficult. He's got to stay within himself and continue to be patient on that offensive side, because that's what the Cyclones force you to do with this unique style of defense.
Third down and 6 at the Iowa State 8. Williams looking. He'll throw it in the corner. Incomplete. Hazelwood, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down and 6, and the field goal unit coming on for Oklahoma.
Burkich is one of the best kickers in the country. As you see Hazelwood trying to go up one-handed and bring that in. Couldn't get that other hand back to the ball. Burkich has been so good for them. Just last week, 2 misses. See if he's righted the ship.
0 for 2 against Baylor, as you mentioned. This one from 25 yards away. Oh, and it goes off the upright. No good. All right, Rob, thank you very much. 7-7, our score here in the first half with 5:29 to go. They give it to Hall. And Hall with a nice run across the 30-yard line. Are you surprised the score is 7-7, Joel? When you look at Iowa State, they average 32.5 points per game. Oklahoma 40. They're 8th in the nation in scoring.
Well, Iowa State's done a great job forcing Oklahoma to kick the punt on one of the series, and then right there. But I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that they got out of rhythm, in particular on first down. And then this defense for OU, they've presented a lot of pressure on Purdy. Their ability to get in the backfield is what has allowed them to have a lot of success today.
They fire it out wide. Noel looking for the first down, and he's driven down hard. Nicely done by Woody Washington. But it is a first down for the Cyclones.
It's just that pressure that this defense has applied. So they've had to go on the outside, quick throws. When they've tried to set up in the pocket and get the ball down the field, that defensive line has been able to get home.
First down and 10 at the 32. Purdy looking, keeping his feet moving, steps up and runs it himself. Still on the move and slides down. About 2 yards short of the first down, but he's still under pressure.
And there's that pressure again. A lot of this was in the secondary at times, some coverage sacks, but they've had guys flying at Brock Purdy, Isaiah Thomas, Perrion Winfrey, Asamoah in there on a blitz. This defense has been fast. They've been attacking. Again, they did not play well a week ago, and they wanted to get out here and put pressure on the quarterback. That has not been the case of late. Only 2 sacks in the last 4 games, already 4 here today against Purdy.
Second down and 4 at the 38. Hall with a huge lane, a first down as he gallops into Oklahoma territory, picking up 14.
OU is trying to run more zone coverage in the back end and be softer in their pass defense. What that allows for is fewer guys up there to stop the run. You're seeing Breece Hall get some room here on this series. And boy, when he gets a rhythm, watch out, because this guy is one of the best in America.
First down and 10 at the 47. Hall remains in the game. 10 carries, 48 yards so far in the first half.
start. Offense number 54. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
Been a tough day for this young man.
Yeah, Jared Hufford, the sophomore from Newark, Ohio. Left tackle. Let's see, he's just going to jump out of his stance completely early. And then try to freeze like, no one saw me. Jared, you're 6'5", 310. Everyone saw you.
First and 15. Purdy. And that ball caught. And it is Daniel Jackson, redshirt freshman, pick up 4.
Crossing route over the middle. Catch him in man coverage. Jackson's able to get it. But there's Pat Fields. They've done a much better job tackling in the open field today on this defensive side.
Makes it second down and 11. Purdy. Underneath. Caught. Hall. Out of the backfield. You know he's a terrific receiver. 4-yard gain to Sean White. Brings him down.
Well, early in the game when they were able to move the ball, get it downfield, and ultimately score, they had a couple of third downs. And Gus, what they did was they tried to take the matchup on the outside between Joe Skates and Xavier Hutchinson. They were trying to take that one-on-one on the outside and allow those guys to win against man coverage. We'll see if they go back there again right here.
3rd and 7 at the 44. 1:38 to go in the first half. Brock Purdy. Nice throw, great catch, and it's Kohler again, the tight end. Ran a nice route on 3rd and 7 to pick up 15 and a first.
I mean, what a weapon a great tight end is. First of all, he's lining up in the slot, and he's able to just go out there and run a terrific route in man coverage against Justin Broyles. Presents some space, gets it, and he's got great hands. Look at him snatch the ball out of the air. This guy is so good. Charlie Kohler from right here in Norman, Oklahoma, coming home. I don't know how Bob Stoops let that guy get out of Norman, because he is one of the best tight ends in America.
First down at the 29. And a new quarterback. Deckers throws it backside.
Trying for the throwback there. Jalen Knoll, the freshman, number 13, he came across, got the ball, and they were trying to get it back to Deckers. That's why they bring in Hunter Deckers to run redshirt freshman, trying to throw that ball back to him. But there is a flag down.
Illegal forward pass on the offense. The initial exchange was a forward pass, and then the other player also threw a forward pass. It's 5 yards from the spot of the foul with a loss of down. It's second down.
Remember that little shuttle, right? So if you've got to hand this ball in order for Knoll to be able to throw it forward, as soon as he lets go, that's a forward pass. Goes forward passing statistics. Now Knoll has to be a runner. He cannot go and turn that ball and throw it back to Deckers, and that's a mistake there. That's got to be in the coaching points, and that's something that the coaching staff, that's really their fault. That's not the player's fault. That's got to be the coaching point of that play every time you run it, is it has to be handed to Knoll. You cannot toss it forward.
So that'll bring up second down and 24 from the 43. 1:19 to go.
Always play with fire when you're trying those kind of trick plays. It's been a good series. You got Hall going, you got Kohler going, and now he's got second and forever.
Here's Purdy. Underneath. Not a lot. Jared Russ. Back up tight end with a 3-yard gain. Deshaun White stops him. Iowa State with one timeout left.
What's the matchup on a vertical route? 3rd and long. Likely just on the outside of field goal range here with 30 seconds. What's your matchup on the outside? Do you have a one-on-one to take advantage of?
3rd and 21. Purdy sprints out of the pocket, sets, steps up, in trouble. And knocked down, ball loose, ball picked up. Jalen Redmond, don't meet me there, beat me there, touchdown. Oklahoma, 42 yards.
Huge mistake from Brock Purdy. He's trying to tuck this ball, and it gets knocked out by Key Lawrence, number 12. There's Redmond for the pickup. He gets a little block from Lawrence right there, and he's gone. Big man rumbling for a touchdown. Huge mistake from Iowa State. They should have been just trying to get into field goal range there. They're trying to take a shot, get everything back for a first down, and it bites them. Terrible sequence offensively for the Cyclones. Huge play for the Sooners.
Extra point, up and good. What a play. Jalen Redmond, 280 pounds. Look at his guys. They love him right now. Sooners kick it off. Noel, the deep man. He has it inside the 10. Don't forget.
You should just be trying to get the ball to the 30-yard line, Gus, to kick a field goal. It's all about field goal range at that point, not the first down. They're trying to throw a huge shot down there, winds up in a fumble, score the opposite direction. Massive fail from the coaching staff for Iowa State there, basically handing Oklahoma 7 points.
14-7 the score at halftime. Don't forget, after the break, Rob Stone and the guys with the State Farm halftime show right here from Norman, Oklahoma.
To the Baylor Bears.
Now the second half underway. This one picked up inside the 5 by Mario Williams. And Williams lost it. Looks like he grabbed it as it goes out of bounds.
In the second.
All right, 14-7 the scores. We start the second half. First down and 10 at the 20. And they'll give it to Kennedy Brooks. And Brooks will be tackled for a loss. Guess who? Mike Rose. Again, this kid is just a wonderful football player.
Preseason Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year after last year being an All-American and Defensive Player of the Year in this conference.
Second down and 11. Caleb Williams just dancing around the pocket. And Williams finally uncorks and throws it out of bounds. Isaiah Lee with pressure, number 93 for Iowa State.
So difficult to find open receivers against this unique style of defense. And remember, this is Caleb Williams' really first time seeing this defense. It was kind of invented by this coaching staff on the other side. And John Heacock, the defensive coordinator, is a longtime 4-3 coach. Really invented this in 2017 out of necessity, the 3-3-5, and it's given Oklahoma fits really ever since.
Third down and 11. Williams, 4 of 11, 37 yards passing. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Here's Williams. And he's sacked again. Mike Rose.
Good pressure there from the outside. Williams is trying to step up and give this ball over to the left. But watch Rose. This is just a relentless rush. First he goes up the field, and he's working up the field, and now he's going to go back under the rush, and Williams is sitting right there, can't get the ball out of his hand. And that's an excellent first series for this Iowa State defense. They get off the field and force a punt.
Third sack for Iowa State. Noel back deep. Has it at the 39. Makes the first man miss. Creeps up the sidelines, and he will get to midfield. First down for Iowa State. Down by 7. At the 48, here's the option. Hall. And Hall crashing forward. He's got company. Isaiah Thomas, as well as Deshaun White.
Deshaun White wasn't able to play last week against Baylor. He had the flu. The flu has run rampant, by the way, through this Oklahoma team. They said it's been hard to practice because they just don't have enough guys available on that scout team. But Deshaun White back in the lineup. Nice play there.
Low snap picked up by Purdy. He'll roll out. And tripped up and sacked again. Jalen Redmond, the big fella, he'll pick up a fumble, scoop it and score it, and then go sack the quarterback.
He may have gotten that off just before he hit the ground. There's Redmond. He gets all over the heels of Purdy. And did Purdy get this one off? Yes, he's still in the air as he releases that ball. So it'll go down as an incompletion as they kind of they converse here about this, the officials.
That may be one of the most athletic plays you'll see all season.
He needs to get that ball to the line of scrimmage. That's where it was headed in order for that to not be considered an intentional grounding. Got to get it to that down marker. I think it's going to get close. They definitely give him the benefit of the doubt. That's close. Usually they give him that down marker extended. So it'll be 3rd and 8. But boy, Redmond, how about him hustling around the field today?
He's been all over the place. From midfield for Iowa State, 3rd down and 8. Purdy in trouble. Purdy rolling. And he'll just step out of bounds. That's another nice defensive play for Oklahoma. Isaiah Thomas with pressure. Jalen Redmond with pressure.
It's just a simple little stunt, and they don't pass it off. That's a mistake from Colin Newell, the center. He's got to feel that little stunt. There's just a little switch between the nose guard, and then you've got the pressure coming right up the field from Isaiah Thomas. If they don't switch that off, it's going to be right in the lap of Purdy, which it is, and it's a great stop for Oklahoma.
That's a 6-yard loss. Eric Gray is the deep man for the Sooners. With back pedal. Let it go over his head and down at the 1. What a nice jump back. I don't want to get in trouble with her. 1st 10 at the 1 for Oklahoma. And Kennedy Brooks will lean forward. We'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. This Iowa State defense is tough.
Yeah, they sure are. Veteran group, too. They've got a lot of guys that have played a lot of football. Lincoln Riley was joking around. He's like, I see some of these guys, and I'm like, I think he played against Kyler. And, if, you know, in Lincoln's mind, Kyler was here an eternity ago. And they've got guys that have been here a long time. Mike Rose has played a lot of football. Jake Hummel, number 35, has played a lot of football. Will McDonald has done a great job for a number of years.
2nd down and 10 at the 1-yard line. Williams.
False start. Offense number 56. Half the distance to the goal. 2nd down.
They lose on an inch here. See, this is where, let me get old school a little bit. Old guy shouting at the clouds. This is where I'd love to see an offense be able to get under center. The quarterback get under center and use an audible cadence. And the reason is because a free 5 yards with a hard count here from a quarterback is monumental. And if you do jump offside on your own, you lose an inch. So the risk-reward profile is much better if you get under there, you get downhill in the run game, and potentially get an offside from the defense.
2nd and 10. Williams guns it. They'll pick up a couple. Jeremiah Hall. Why don't they get under center?
You know, a lot of times you're not comfortable because you don't do it enough. And generally, when you don't spend the reps of doing something as a play caller, you get skittish about that.
3rd and 7. Caleb Williams in trouble and sacked to the end zone. Ball loose, picked up, and Oklahoma advances it to the 5-yard line. But Will McDonald, his 11th sack of the season.
Will McDonald came around that right side. He's working against 71 Anton Harrison. He stops and he goes back under. This is when that timing, that clock has got to go off for your quarterback in his head. He's got to get that ball out of the end zone, either running it or throwing it. He holds it too long. There's McDonald. He strips it loose, and lucky for Oklahoma, Harrison was there to pick it up and bring it out of the end zone, or that could have been a touchdown for Iowa State.
Meanwhile, an injured Sooner on the field. Andrew Rame was the injured Oklahoma player. He is the starting center and was helped off the field and into the medical tent. But this has been a defensive battle today. Domination on both sides. 13 tackles for loss, 10 sacks, 7 total fumbles. 1 return for a touchdown. Turk will punt. Noel is the deep man. Noel from the 40. Gets outside. Still running. And tries to reverse field and goes down around the 45. A fifth
rush for 53, 4.5 per carry. He needs to be a big part of this second half.
First down from the 45. Here's a throw to Noel. Ogwebu with the tackle. Let's go downstairs to Jenny.
I loved how Coach Campbell put it, that everything Breece Hall does that is challenging, he makes it look easy. He's got an incredible story. They described him as kind of a diamond in the rough, not recruited right away by any of these big schools until later in his high school career. Iowa State, the first to really show interest in him. Another thing Campbell likes to say about Breece Hall, while he loved him as a person and a player, he loves his mom. He plays for his family. You know that's always a good sign, Gus.
No doubt about it. Second down and 2 at the 37. All the pistol back. And they'll give it to him, looking for the first down and lean forward. All great running backs have that beautiful forward lean, and Larry and Turner Yell tackles him. Looks like it's enough for another first down.
Yeah, for Hall, you know, it's a little bit, I was talking to some guys before.
Actually, they're going to call him short. It's 3rd and 1.
But it's not just the lean, it's also the ability to get low to the ground right at the end of the play in order to gain that 1 extra yard, 2 extra yards, and that pays such huge dividends during a sequence of downs to present a down like this, which is 3rd and short, Gus.
Here's the pitch. Hall, and he won't get the first down. Pat Fields chops him down, so that'll bring up 4th and short.
Well, certainly a spot on the field that they might go for it. Here's Pat Fields. Watch him as he's going to come up to the line of scrimmage. Excuse me, right over here. He's going to come up to the line of scrimmage, make a great tackle, just short of the line to gain. And because of this field position, Iowa State will stay on the field. And they'll go for it here on 4th.
4th down and short. Hall in the backfield with Purdy. Play clock winding down. And it's Purdy running, and he won't get it again. Delarian, Turner, Yell. This Oklahoma defense came ready to play today.
Iowa State tried to bring motion into the backfield. All that did was add extra defenders because OU was in man defense. So Turner Yell follows his wide receiver right into the area where Purdy is trying to run, and there he is for the stop. OU, big stop on a 4th down.
36 for Caleb Williams and the Sooners. Williams throws it and caught it midfield. Jeremiah Hall with the reception.
They have not thrown the ball that well today. There, a nice little play-action pass, and Williams is able to find his H-back in a little bit of space for a first down.
From midfield. First down, Brooks. And Brooks coughed it up, but looks like he was down. And he'll gain 7, maybe 8 yards on the play. Craig McDonald defensively for the Cyclones.
They're trying to get a little bit of tempo here.
2nd and 2. Brooks again, spinning, and he will not get the first down. Isaiah Lee gobbles him up in the middle.
It's been so drastic, the difference between their success running the ball and throwing the ball today. Coming into this drive, they had run the ball over 8 yards per rush, and their passing attempt was just down around 4. So far today, OU 7.8 yards per rush, only 4.2 yards per passing attempt. Part of that is because their explosive plays in the passing game have to come off of the run game. You got to build towards them, and they're starting to do that a bit on this series.
3rd and 2 at the 42. Eric Gray, the deep back. Here's Caleb Williams. Steps up, in trouble, flicks it to the sideline, incomplete. Eric Gray ran a route out of the backfield, and he paid for it.
You know, Caleb Williams is not seeing the field right now, Gus. He's going to have a wide-open wide receiver across the middle. That's Marvin Mims. Right when he steps up, he needs to fire that. That's the second man in the progression. When you run a high-low like that, he's got Woods below him, Mims over the top. He's got to step up and fire that ball in there for a completion. He's just not seeing the field that great when he's trying to drop back and throw.
So on 4th and 2, Oklahoma going for it. Williams looking for the first down, hops forward, and he has it. Gene Young with the tackle. Caleb Williams will get 4. He's got great size, 6'1", 218.
And good instincts as a runner. We obviously saw that in the Kansas game when he ripped it away from Kennedy Brooks on a 4th down and got the first down.
First down from the 38. Brooks with a burst. McDonald again with the tackle.
Kennedy is such a smooth runner. It's been a bit tough going, but again, it just needs to be patient. Now 11 carries, 68 yards. He's run for over 6 yards a pop. They need to stick with Brooks.
2nd and 6. Here's Williams. Lines up over the middle. Caught and inside the 15. Marvin Mims.
There's some conviction in the passing game. Williams sees the defense, and he knows he's going to get Mims popping over across the middle. He steps up and cuts it loose. As a quarterback, you can't hesitate. You've seen at times today he's hesitated in the pocket to really cut it loose. There, he threw with some conviction. Gus stepped up and found the completion over the middle.
One of the best drives of the day for Oklahoma. 1st and 10 at the 12. Can they pay it off? Brooks will run into a pile.
This is one of the better red zone teams in the country. They're the #1 Power 5 offense and red zone touchdown percentage this year. They've converted these drives 78% of the time into touchdowns.
2nd down and 9. Caleb Williams looking, buying time, guns it. Oh, in the end zone! Touchdown! Oklahoma, Mario Williams.
Williams came off of that route. He was headed over to the side of the field. Look at that left foot. Got down in the crimson paint for a touchdown. Beautiful catch and body control from the freshman wide receiver. There's the catch, control. Got that left foot down. Touchdown Sooners. Best drive of the day for them offensively by far.
How about Caleb Williams, though, and his ability to improvise under pressure. Brings on Gabe Burkage. The extra point. It's been an odyssey for Burkage over the last couple of weeks. And it's good. 9-play drive covering 64 yards. Oklahoma scores in 3:06. Caleb Williams. A youngster, folks. And Mario. 21,000 yards in high school. He's a talented player. He came in and played some meaningful snaps against Iowa earlier this season. Noel will bring this one out of the end zone. And Noel all the way up to the 30-yard line before being chased out of bounds. So Hunter Deckers on the hardwood. Low snap. He picks it up. He's a lefty. Throws up the sideline and complete. Hutchinson, the intended receiver.
This is a tough situation to come into. Down 2 possessions on the road against the 6-time defending champ in this conference, Oklahoma Sooners. And this is a defensive line, Gus, that has been getting after it all day long. So Deckers has got to quicken up his tempo, make sure he gets that ball out of his hand quickly.
Allen in motion. Deckers bouncing. Deckers throws and intercepted. Delarian Turner-Yell. 1st and 10 at the 49 for Oklahoma. Caleb Williams sets up, looks, delivers deep. Incomplete. Marvin Mims, the intended receiver. Joel, what's the key for a quarterback to throwing it deep?
Keep your eyes on the receiver and don't follow the ball. It's like a great shooter in basketball typically keeps their eyes on the rim when they shoot it, and they don't follow the ball. When your eyes go up to follow the ball, you don't follow through enough, and the touch is off. The ball doesn't turn over, and that nose of the football, when you throw it down the field, you want it to have a nice arc, but then turn over and point back down to your target. And generally, that happens when your eyes stay down.
Here's Gray. McDonald with the tackle, but a 12-yard gain. Oklahoma doing a nice job running the ball here in the second half.
That'll continue to be there because of this style of defense.
First down. Gray again. And Mike Rose meets him.
They put a lot of pressure. Speaking of like this, the schematics of this defense puts a lot of pressure on those guys in the front, and they generally do a great job. It's one of the reasons why the coaches in this conference love Mike Rose. Every single one of them. Will McDonald the same way. They've got to be ferocious in the run front, because when you look up, there's only 5 of them sitting there to stop the run to begin the play.
Mike Rose, 6'4", 250. And Williams decides to run it. Tries to go outside, and he gets tackled immediately. Gary Vaughn. You look at Mike Rose at 250. Now linebackers in the NFL are like 230.
I know it.
But back in the old days, you had Ray Lewis, 252. These guys were big and fast. Von Kirkland.
It's really morphed into, at the back 2 levels, you got to have hybrid players. Because of the ability to running backs and tight ends to go catch it, they got to be able to defend in space now. And I think that that's a lot different than, 10, 12, 13 years ago.
Third down and 9 at the 47. Caleb Williams under pressure. Williams guns it, tipped, and intercepted. 8 interceptions in the last 2 weeks. First OU turnover today. First down at the 26. Hall draws a crowd. That'll be tackled for a loss. Guess who? Jalen Redmond. Number 31 leading the charge. What a day for the redshirt sophomore from Midwest City, Oklahoma.
Alex Grinch told us, after a loss, you tend to have a little bit more captive audience on that defensive side, and they did not play well in the second half a week ago. They have been outstanding today here against Iowa State.
2nd and 12 at the 24. Deckers, near side, Hutchinson. And he'll go out of bounds close to the first down marker. Gains 9.
Well, that was such a huge play by that Iowa State defense, because a score there turns this game
upside down.
Yeah, it really does. And now you still have a shot here. I know you got your backup in, and you're trying to get this young quarterback his feet wet on the road in a big matchup in the Big 12, but at least you're still within striking distance. 2 possessions doesn't seem insurmountable if you're the Cyclones.
3rd and 5 at the 31. Deckers in trouble, and he gets it away to his tight end, Charlie Kohler, but he's short. Galarian Turner-Yell with the tackle, so that'll bring up 4th down and about 1.
And they'll go for it again. We've seen it already on their side of the 50 today. Matt Campbell going for it. They'll probably do the same here. They will measure this. Turner-Yell, another good open field tackle on the big tight end, Kohler. It looked like he was a bit short. I feel like this is probably about a football short of the line to gain, and I'm sure Matt Campbell will go for it.
There you see it. Matt Campbell, 2-4 against the Sooners. And all 6 games have been decided by 10 points or less.
Here's that play. So he catches that ball right at about the 35-yard line and gets brought down. Probably got a generous spot there, to be honest with you. Based on where he caught it, that ball probably should have been spot right at the 35. They gave him the 35 and a half. And now it's 4th and inches.
So Iowa State will go for it deep in their own territory. 4th down and inches. With the backup quarterback, Hunter Deckers in for Brock Purdy. And he bobbled the snap, picked it up, leaned forward, and it looks like he has it. Remember, Hunter Deckers, 6'3", 235. And I know you like that, Joel. He lined up under center.
That's right. I'm a huge fan of the quarterbacks. Able to get it there. Probably won't get another play off before we roll here into the fourth quarter.
First down at the 37. And some movement up front.
Prior to any fouls, the quarter ended. This is the end of the third quarter.
End of the third quarter, 21-7 OU. First down and 10 at the 37 for Hunter Deckers, who has come in for Brock Purdy, who went down in the third quarter. He'll hand it off to Hall, and Hall with running room lowers his shoulder, and he's dropped by Key Lawrence.
Great backs never panic when there's a defender right in front of him. Ogwebu had him dead to rights, right at the line of scrimmage, and he just gives a calm little shimmy, dances out of it, gains more yardage.
Ball again, skipping at the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 2.
Gus, you're better at comparisons than I am, but he's got that little pause right when he gets the ball that reminds me a little of Le'Veon.
Yep.
Remember when Le'Veon was so, really in his prime, and he almost floated towards the line of scrimmage, and then he would cut and burst? Mm-hmm. That's a bit of how...
That's very hard to do, from what I understand.
Whoa. Yeah, or else everybody would do it.
Third down and 1.
And then he levitated.
That's right. Right out of his shoes. Here's the pitch. And the pass. No! Oklahoma says not here. Not now. Nick Bonito. I love the way this Oklahoma's defense is playing today. Different story. We saw him last week in Waco against Baylor.
Check out the pursuit and the attacking nature of this defense. They are downhill in a hurry. There's Turner Yell. They're in the backfield. They are creating havoc on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Deshaun White was there, and then there's Nick Bonito, the preseason All-American, for the stop on third down. They've been outstanding on that side of the ball. Alex Grinch has got to be absolutely thrilled with the way his team has played defensively.
That's their season high 10th tackle for a loss by OU today. And they fake it. Mevis still on the move. And they'll get it to the Oklahoma 32. On 4th down and 7, first down, Iowa State, 29 yards.
Great call by Matt Campbell. He sees that OU is in full punt return mode. There's no safety here, even though it was somewhat of a kind of a short yardage situation, I guess you would call it that, but this is terrific. Look at all the players running back in coverage for OU. Mevis, he just takes off down the middle of the field. Terrific call by Matt Campbell. Mevis executes it perfectly, and the Cyclones are back on the field offensively.
Longest play of the game for Iowa State. First down and 10 at the 31. Deckers handing it off to Hall. And he'll slide through the hole. Nick Bonito with the tackle for Oklahoma.
And with how poorly this has gone for Iowa State in the last couple of quarters, a score here just totally changes the complexion of this game. Because OU has not been able to put them away, Matt Campbell's group has a great shot here to draw within a possession if they can punch it in.
Second down and 5 of the 26. Play fake. Deckers, the lefty, throws it up the sideline. And incomplete. Xavier Hutchinson was the target. Woody Washington covering.
They have been in blitz mode on third down. We've seen it time and time again. Here's that incompletion. Hutchinson trying to go back to his back shoulder. Unable to get it.
Looks like he was held on that play.
Bit there. Washington maybe got away with some contact. But this defense has been sending a lot of pressure on third down. We'll see if they do it again here against the young quarterback.
Third down and 5 from the 26. Deckers to throw it underneath and incomplete. Hutchinson again, the intended receiver. He threw that one into traffic. Justin Broyles standing on the play. That makes it 4th and 5.
You know, on 4-down territory right there, you would have loved to see them try to get something that would have cut this in half. But now you've got a longer 4th down scenario, and this is when that pass rush has got to show up for Oklahoma. Got to protect the young quarterback Deckers, and he's got to find his main target. Folks, you've got to go to the tall tight end right now, Charlie Kolar.
Iowa State faced with a 4th down and 5. Deckers lets it go. And caught. 1st down. Wow, Breece Hall. He caught that ball with one hand.
This dude does it all. Watch this catch from Breece Hall. Are you kidding me? That's why he's one of the best running backs in America, folks. That's why he's probably going to get drafted in the 1st round. He can do it all. Stays alive on a 4th down, and it's 1st down Cyclones. What a catch.
14 yards on 4th and 5.
And he had to improvise, too, as Deckers ran out of the pocket. He's falling backwards towards his back and still is able to catch it. Remarkable play.
But can the Cyclones pay it off? 1st and 10 of the 12. Deckers. Underneath. He gets Allen. Touchdown. I think Charlie Kolar's tall at 6'6". Chase Allen is 6'7". Extra point up and good.
On the bench over there, Brock Purdy, who had gone to the locker room, Gus, and that was Deckers who took him down the field. Frustrating. Williams has just not seen the field as well as he did in those first couple of games as the starter.
1st down at the 25. Handed off to Brooks. And Gary Vaughn with the tackle. Let's check in with Jenny Taft.
Guys, I was fooled by Brock Purdy not having his helmet when he walked back out here. The helmet was here on the sideline. His helmet's on. He is back warming up, telling his teammates he is good to go.
All right, so he does have his, here we go, his lid. Brock Purdy ready to come back into the game. 2nd and 7 at the 29. Here's Williams looking. Williams in trouble. Williams sacked again. Gary Vaughn, first man to him. That's a loss of 9.
Great coverage down the field again. Williams nowhere to go with the football. His helmet comes off. He's going to have to come out for a snap. Here's the coverage down the field. There was really nowhere to go. Maybe Hazelwood is open if you want to split some hairs, but Rattler's going to have to come out. How about this for a situation? You have to run out there, grab your helmet, don't get any warm-up throws, and it's 3rd and forever. Look for a screen pass here on 3rd and 15.
From the 20. Rattler. He'll let it fly. Rattler checks it down. Finds Brooks. And Brooks up to the 30-yard line. Craig McDonald with the tackle. That brings up 4th down, and Oklahoma will punt it. You wonder, last week, Lincoln Riley gave Rattler a couple of series. You wonder if he'll do it today.
You know, they're trying to get these cross and then over the top with a guy at the 2nd level, and they're open in windows. These quarterbacks are just not seeing it. You see that? That wide receiver, he's about 15 yards, and that's an over route. It's a deep over route. We used to call it a basic. He's open. You just got to anticipate those windows. Neither of these guys are doing that very well today.
No, the deep man has it at the 10. He'll get an opportunity. Hits the sideline. And out of bounds at the 20. A 61-yard punt and a 9. Only on 5s. 1st down and 10 now, the 19 for Iowa State. Purdy back in the game. He delivers, and it's caught by Xavier Hutchinson. So I thought that Hunter Deckers did a nice job coming in for Brock Purdy.
Made the one mistake on that interception, but the defense bailed him out. Got a pick right back. Here's the 2nd half possessions. Punt downs, the INT from Deckers, but then the 13-play drive from the youngster did a great job. Finally stuck it into the end zone.
2nd and 7 at the 22. Purdy underneath. Isaiah Cole with pressure.
And man, it's just like immediate pressure too. Gus, if you're Purdy, you got to be thinking to yourself like, my goodness, I can't even set my feet. Cole was right in on him right away. We'll see if Oklahoma wants to bring pressure again on this third down. They've had a lot of success bringing those backers, running those stunts. Iowa State only 3 of 13 on third down so far today.
3rd down and 7 at the 22. Breece Hall has been the go-to man. Purdy underneath, caught. Noel, and look at that Oklahoma defense. I tell you what, they strung that play out extremely well. Justin Broyles. And Iowa State will punt it away.
The middle of that defense has been so good. We've seen the interior defensive linemen, guys like Isaiah Thomas have a great game. Asamoah has been flying around. And then Gus, those safeties. How many times have we heard you call Pat Fields, Justin Broyles, Delarian Turner Yell, tackling well in space, getting third down stops, doing a heck of a job.
Eric Gray ready to return it. Mevis this time punts it. And he goes out of bounds around the 25-yard line. 21-14 OU. Here's Brooks with a lane. Kennedy Brooks. And he'll go down at the 40. Looks like they grabbed his face mask. So they'll tack on even more yardage after a 27-yard run.
No doubt at the end he gets that face mask grab. Looks like 37. That's Morgan. Comes in and pulls him down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 37, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Boy, what a good run that is, and now that sets him up for some success here. We got the ball in plus territory. What a huge possession now. 7:18 left. 21-14. You've got to convert this into a touchdown. Such an important series here. And if you're Lincoln Riley, I don't think you've got to go fast. Yes, you'd love to score, but you'd also love to bleed a few more minutes off of this clock.
Hey, Kennedy Brooks, 14 carries, 100 yards rushing, averaging 7.1 yards per carry. He'll break it back. Nice move. Still running. Look at him go. First down. Datrone Young with the tackle, but he'll gain 9.
Boy, and he just seems to be getting better every single time he touches the ball in the offensive line. Starting to win a little bit more. Now you've got the 2nd and short, and you can do anything you want here. Now you can take a shot if you want at the end zone if you're Lincoln Riley, because you know on 3rd and 1 you can get right back to the run game and move the chains.
Or you can continue to give it to Kennedy Brooks.
Sure, I like that too.
2nd and 1. Give it. First down. Just think about the running backs that have played at this university. Adrian Peterson, Joe Washington, Steve Owens, just to name a couple.
Even more than that, Gus, see how there's only 5 defenders in the run box? You've got numbers. Offensively, you can block everybody. Hats for hats. So you've got to take advantage of that. And they're doing that right here. That's where I'm talking about a light run box. When I say light run box, I mean that the defense doesn't have enough players there. You've got to be able to take advantage of that as an offense, and they're doing that on this series.
1st and goal at the 10. Brooks again. No, make it Gray. Gray will lean forward and get to the 6-yard line. Greg Pruitt, Billy Sims, Billy Vessels, Marcus Dupree, Marco Murray, Quentin Griffin, Tommy McDonald, Lyndon Thomas, Joe Mixon, Samaje Perine. The list goes on.
I saw Adrian when he was a true freshman. I'd never seen anything like it. It's like an Adonis running down the field. I was mesmerized sitting on the opposite sideline.
He's still playing the Tennessee Titans.
Veins popping out of his football pants. It's like, how is that even possible?
You're right.
Crazy.
2nd and goal at the 7. And they'll run it with Gray. Touchdown, OU. It's not rocket science when you play at Oklahoma. Run the ball.
That offensive line getting good movement. Eric Gray had not been getting a lot of carries here in the last few weeks, but here he's getting some run. But watch the offensive line. Good movement up front, and then you've got the vision from the back as he's able to just cut back a touch and get to the end zone. Terrific block by 54, Marquise Hayes, the fifth-year senior, getting it done.
Burkage in for the extra point. And it's good. Oklahoma, all runs on this drive. 68 yards, 5 plays. Sooners looking good.
In a few years, they were better when they were pulling offensive linemen around and running that style of run game. But this group is better running that front unit. This discussion at the end with the committee, well, you'll be one of 2 or 3 teams for 2 spots.
Here's a deep ball thrown, incomplete.
So while it might look like being ranked 13th in the country with only 2 games left in the regular season, looks like, man, we're not getting into the playoff. There's an absolutely plausible path for Oklahoma. Not saying that they're going to get it done, but if they were to win out, Iowa State today, Oklahoma State probably twice next week in Bedlam, and then the Big 12 championship game, you're setting yourself up to where if Cincinnati loses or if Oregon loses, you're right there with a spot in the college football playoff. It's not that far-fetched.
You're so positive. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Purdy over the middle.
I don't know if they'd be saying that after frustrated with some of the offense today, you know? So.
All I'll say is you're so positive. Very refreshing.
Plausible path. That's all I'm saying. He said.
3rd down and 6.
Oh, man, you make me laugh.
Purdy back in. He'll roll out of the pocket. Sets. And caught. Xavier Hutchinson. A 16-yard gain.
Nice throw there from Purdy. Now, in 2-possession game, 4 minutes, 12 seconds, you got to think about when you need to score. Now, they've got all their timeouts left, so you've got to think about, okay, we need the ball a couple of times. In order for this to be realistic, we probably need to score the first time with somewhere in that 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in order to potentially get the ball back with enough time to go down and score again.
First down at the 44. Purdy off his back foot, deflected, but caught. Kohler. Charlie Kohler coughs it up. Oklahoma trying to force turnovers, but they say Iowa State will hold on.
I think that was Tariq Milton, the 5th-year senior from Bradenton, Florida, who was down the field, who dove on the ball, number 1. Here's Kohler, and he gets that ball batted out of his hand, and there's Milton. Dives on it.
First down. Purdy winds up in the corner. He's got his man incomplete. Milton, it would have been a tough catch, but he had a chance. Just couldn't hold on.
And they're in a great position here as far as time goes. They take a shot, gets some space right there, and unable to bring that ball in near the goal line. Another great throw from Purdy down the field. He throws that fade ball extraordinarily well.
Is Purdy a pro, do you think, Joe?
He's going to get a shot. You know, he's a guy that'll get to a camp, and his ability to operate an offense may allow him to stick.
2nd and 10 on the play-action fake. Purdy guns it, and he has another completion to Kohler. Charlie Kohler, terrific-looking player, 14-yard gain for the big fella.
And you know what they've had on this drive? Time to throw. That pressure has not been there. Purdy has had time. Clean in the pocket, getting the ball down the field.
First down and 10. Purdy in the corner. Back shoulder, incomplete, but a flag. Key Lawrence in coverage. Hutchinson was the target.
Pass interference, defense number 12. Foul occurred in the end zone, ball in place at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Sensational series here, and this is exactly what you need to do is you go force the issue on the outside. There's Lawrence, got a handful of jersey of Hutchinson, who's unable to get back and turn back to that ball. You're going to see right there, see how he's pulling that left shoulder, and he just keeps him from turning. They don't love the call, but I think it's the correct one. And now Iowa State is set up inside the 5, and Breece Hall lives in the end zone, so I'm sure he's going to sniff one out here.
So first down and goal at the 2 for Matt Campbell's crew. Breece Hall has a rushing touchdown in this game. Here's Purdy over the middle, touchdown, Charlie Kohler. Nevis in to attempt the extra point. And it's good. Marvin Mims is the deep man. And they'll drill this one into the end zone for a touchback. Let's check in with Jenny Taft. Some good tight ends over the years. It's hard for Charlie to break that lineup. And here's Williams. He'll just sit down. At the 20, Mike Rose covers him up.
I wonder when Matt Campbell will want to start using some of his timeouts. He did not call one there. OU thought that they did, so they brought the team over to the sideline as if he called the timeout. They did not. So now you got to be aware of the play clock, which is a 16 and counting now.
Loss of 4 on the last play. 2nd and 14 at the 21. Here's Brooks trying to get outside, and he'll stay in bounds. Jake Hummel gets him. Now a timeout call.
3rd and 5, I think they'd probably definitely throw it.
3rd and 16, and Williams is going to throw it. Pumps, looks, and decides to run it with some room. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Young tackles him. And a timeout call by Iowa State with 2 minutes to go. Don't forget, coming up next on Fox, we got more incredible action headed your way.
They always play tight games with the Sooners.
Turk as Knoll from the 15. Knoll still running, trying to get outside and will not. Nice special teams coverage by the Sooners.
This is what you dream of.
And he'll start from his own 14-yard line. Purdy over the middle, caught and a first down. Charlie Kohler, he's been wonderful today. Gains 11 yards. Kohler, 8 catches, 84 yards, averaging 10.5 yards per catch. He has a touchdown reception. 1st and 10. Purdy stepping up, delivers to the sideline. Oh, what a dime. Kohler again. Just like that, Iowa State getting it up the field.
You get into these 2-minute situations, the middle of the field is such a great place to attack. You've got a timeout, you've got plenty of clock, you've got one of the best tight ends in the country. Purdy knows exactly what he's doing.
Purdy. And Purdy sacked. Nick Benito.
What a good move on the outside. And for OU, they've got to start getting pressure on the quarterback. They didn't get any on their last series. Iowa State went right down the field. Here, you've got this great move from Nick Benito, one of the best in the country, and he's able to get to the quarterback, and that forces Iowa State
to use their final timeout. 7 sacks on the day for Oklahoma. How about that, folks?
That field near the logo.
Minute and 20 to go. 2nd and 19 at the 36. Purdy goes through his progressions. Now up the sideline. Incomplete. Wow, Breece Hall. If he could have held on to that one.
I mean, he had Stripling beat here 33, and did he get a piece of that? Yeah, he did. How about that play from Stripling? He actually knocked it away. The ball never got to Breece Hall. He had a lot of room to run, but Marcus Stripling with an excellent play.
3rd down and 19 at the 36. Purdy guns it. And caught near midfield by Kohler. Charlie Kohler, the career high 10 catches. Breaks the record he set last week.
They've got to double him here on 4th down. They've got to have 2 guys on Charlie Kohler.
4th down and 6. Purdy. And a whistle.
And that's why Lincoln Riley called a timeout. They were in a base defense. Kohler had one-on-one coverage, and he called it a timeout.
First time out of the half.
Out of the backfield on 4th and 6. Remember, Breece Hall has sensational hands. 4th down and 6. Here's Purdy. Over the middle. Caught. First down. Charlie Kohler. This kid is sizzling today.
How is he that open?
16-yard gain. And they'll stop the clock at 43 seconds.
You knew that's where they were going to go. Guy's a Mackey finalist. Watch this route. It's just a little hitch route. It's 4th down. You knew that. And they leave him wide open. Kohler turns around. Easy completion. And the Cyclones are still in business here on this drive, trying to at least tie this game up. Maybe even go for the win.
Iowa State out of timeout. 2nd down and 10 at the 35.
False start. Offense number 52. 5-yard penalty. No 10-second runoff because the clock was not running. It's 2nd down.
Gus, as a quarterback, Brock Purdy cannot take a sack. It just takes too long to get everyone back and try to snap the ball. No timeouts. You cannot take a sack. You've got to get the ball out of your hands.
2nd and 15. Purdy gets it out over the middle. Charlie Kohler again. 15-yard gain. Iowa State quickly to the line of scrimmage. First down. They spike it and stop it at 35 seconds. And they're right around the 20-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Brock Purdy knows exactly what he wants to do. He's going to try to find his tight end right across the middle. No double team again. Safety's way back. He's got one-on-one over the middle of the field. I told you earlier, if they're going to play the 2 safeties back, the middle of the field is wide open, and Kohler has been exploiting it the entire drive.
2nd and 10 at the 20. Here's Purdy looking. He can't take a sack, just got rid of it, out of bounds and incomplete. Jalen Redmond with pressure, and Breece Hall was near the football.
In the passing game today for Iowa State, it's been one of 2 things. Kohler over the middle or the back shoulder fades on the outside in the one-on-one. That's all they got. 28 seconds, 3rd and 10, obviously 4-down territory. You got a couple of snaps. That's what Purdy's going to be looking for. Does he have the one-on-one on the outside, or is Oklahoma going to continue to play Kohler with one player over the middle?
3rd down and 10 at the 21. Here's Purdy. Fires in the end zone. Incomplete. Key Lawrence defensively. Shaw, the intended receiver.
Shaw is 6'6". They brought him in off the bench here in this series so that they could go one-on-one down the sideline. Here it is, the snap for the game. 4th down. You can't let Purdy sit back and sit in the pocket. I think they got to bring pressure.
Charlie Kohler has been the target. 4th down and 10 at the 21. Here's Purdy. With time, Purdy delivers. Intercepted, Pat Fields. And Oklahoma will survive.
Finally doubled Kohler. He couldn't get it to number 88. Chase Allen was wide open, and Purdy just threw it a bit too high. And Oklahoma's defense makes that play that their coaches were so desperate for a week ago.
Victory formation now for the Sooners as Williams takes a knee, and that'll do it. 28-21, Oklahoma, Iowa State. Sensational football game from both these teams.
Time for our celebration moment, sponsored by Allstate. Who's going to be celebrating today? It's the Oklahoma Sooners. Here's the look. You've got the tight end, and watch as he gets double covered by Oklahoma. That's where Purdy wants to go. And on the left side, look at Allen. He's wide open, and the ball just up and over his hands. Broyles is able to tip it. And then Pat Fields, who's had an excellent day, the senior from Tulsa, comes down with it and seals the victory for Oklahoma and keeps their playoff chances alive. And now OU, if Baylor were to lose later today, will clinch a spot in the Big 12 title.
And our Jenny Taft is standing by with the victorious Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln was just congratulating the hometown, Charlie Kohler. But, Coach, for you, at times it got a little close at the end. I know defensively you were pleased with the pressure at half. How would you evaluate the rest of their day? And, of course, how it ended there with Pat Fields making the play.
Our defense was awesome. Iowa State's going to make a couple plays. They're too good not to. Too many players that have been in this. You know they're going to make some plays, and you're going to have some adversity to fight back from. We did it. Great for us to fight back here as a football team. We don't lose many around here, and the response to it is very, very key. So got our 10th win. Excited for our football team. You
ran the ball way more effectively today as well, over 200 yards on the ground. How do you evaluate the offense?
Yeah, we were better in the run game. We weren't very clean in the pass game. Proud of the way the line played. I thought they created a lot of seams. Backs did a good job. Obviously, got to play a little bit cleaner in the pass game, but we will.
All right, you head on the road. Oklahoma State next. I know all your goals still in front of you. Where do you go from here, Coach?
Just keep winning. That's it. Just win.
Just keep winning. Thank you for your time.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. Joe Klatt, your final thoughts on Oklahoma, Iowa State, 28-21 Sooners.
Well, this is not your typical Lincoln Riley team. They're having to do it with defense, and that's what they were able to do today. Run game and defense for the Sooners. That's going to be the recipe in Bedlam and beyond.
What a game that will be next week. The final score, 28-21, OU defeats Iowa State.